It's Tuesday, boys and girls. Getting ready to do this
You do
thing
the
we
intro,
call
I'm gonna go
lunch.
smoke.
Hit 'em if you got 'em.
Seasoned or eagle there? Oh,
Quiet on the set. Getting ready to go live.
oh, that fighting outfit Eco has. Heard from him.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, and no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. What are we in the mood today? Welcome to today's show. Today is Tuesday, February 6th, 2018. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jeez, man, the Tweety Bird's going
man.
nuts out there today, man.
My
Wow.
blood sugar's low, and I have no idea what the hell's going on.
It's Tuesday.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Who's the president? It's today.
Orange Cheeto.
What's the date? What's today?
My computer's telling me that it is the 6th.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, again, got some good news, got some updates for you, got some latest information coming from the Dippy Bird himself,
Oh.
up early again
Chris
this morning.
is doing all kinds of
I'm
crazy
telling
stuff.
you, man, the boy's on fire, man. The boy is on
Well,
fire.
What do you do?
Remember that stuff about Fast and Furious changes?
Oh, well, that was actually the last January's first post, but apparently they were just giving us a warning for this year because they really kicked it into high gear this January.
Yeah.
I
that
don't
was a little premature on that post.
I
last
don't
year.
think Star was really on top of it at that point when he posted that last year at this time, or last January as it was. But
No, yeah. Now there's crazy changes incoming.
I tell you,
But we do have 49 days until launch.
49 days, folks. Candidate release number 1.
Oh,
Release candidate,
Yep.
candidate release, whatever the hell we're calling it these days. It's coming. And yes, don't forget,
Yeah.
I believe there's still time to get your name on the list and get yourself in the party. So don't forget that's happening. Of course, update your backer addresses. If you guys are expecting...
I
Yeah.
still haven't done that. And
Well, there's a little
I gotta
bug
figure
out
out where to be
there.
living.
And the bug is every time you make a purchase, resets that and makes you do it again. Excuse me.
You okay there?
Yeah, I just got a little phlegm,
Just a little phlegm.
It's the side effect of
Uh-huh.
quitting smoking and going to vaping. I always got a little phlegm right there in the throat. I don't know why. Better than hacking up half a lung like I used to and not being able to breathe. So, I'll take a little phlegm over not being able to breathe. It's a big improvement. Yeah.
Yeah. Just means you need some more water.
Pepsi. Whatever.
In my case,
But
it's
yes.
got Dr. Pepper.
Update those shipping addresses. Make sure that you've got yourself covered because they are working on those physical goods. And, of course, if you have them on your pledges, you want to get them. Now, of course, don't forget NPC submissions are open for several different cities right now. 2 different cities, not several. and that's in Dev Plus for those of you who have that reward. Again, plenty of cities still on the list, so don't sweat it if you haven't gotten around to it. Still got time, but don't wait till the last minute either, because once once they finish naming, I guess you'll have to wait. I don't know how they would handle that if you don't get in on it by the time they do the release and he's finished with it. But that's another story for another time.
That just means you never collected your reward.
Yeah. Don't let those rewards expire. And, of course, I want to touch on, I'll drop a link because I didn't put this one in there earlier for you. Got to remember to tout this coming up this Friday. Of course, the Airy Fund is kicking off the Airy Fund Live. And we're going to be kicking it off with Eric and Eric from the Merits app, the Merits Fitness app. And they're going to be joining us on Friday for this event, and we're going to be telling you what about the Merits app is pertinent to know, why they got into it and what it's doing for us. Of course, the Merits app is got 3 different things out there you can get right now. You can get a raffle ticket for that armor. You can get obsidian potions, and you can get fitness emotes now. I've got most of the emotes finally. Getting myself a nice collection of obsidian potions in my storage as well.
Wait a second. How are you getting the exercise in daily, man?
Man, I'm a busy guy. You know that.
I think what you're really doing is you put your phone like on your dog and you're letting the dog run around, and that's how you're getting your steps. Is that what you're doing?
I hang the phone on a perpetual motion machine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I would put it on Lily, but Lily sleeps more than I do, so it wouldn't get very far.
I attach it to a string, and every time I walk by, I hit it, and it swings and moves. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yes, all sorts of great stuff out there happening for Shroud of the Avatar. And, of course, don't forget you can win a chance to get your hands on one of those fabulous competition shirts that Team Avatar is going to be wearing, and we'll tell you more about that, of course, in closing when we get to our sponsors and all that other fun stuff.
I don't know why you wouldn't do it now. I mean, because that is going to be announced on Friday, the winners.
Well, the winners are going to be announced actually after Airy Fun Live. We were hoping to actually draw the winners live. Of course, I am going to be the host of Airy Fun Live, if I didn't get that across to you folks. So please tune in and give me a little bit of support. We're also going to have Elena Strongbow joining us as a special guest, telling us a little bit about what's going on out in their world. And, of course, upcoming guests are, I can't tell you that just yet, but we're going to be doing some giveaways. Going to have Arius working behind the scenes with us, and of course throwing in the humor that only Wayne Klotz can add to any broadcast. So
Today I'm channeling my inner Dorothy Spornak.
Ah, okay.
Who?
Yeah,
Golden
who?
Girls.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't my show. I didn't pay attention to it when I was growing up.
Dorothy, come on, don't you know who Dorothy?
I can't remember which one Dorothy
B. Arthur,
is.
the
B.
big
Arthur,
tall one.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one who never got any action. I don't know. Is that the best way to put that?
The short one got a lot of action now.
Sophia Petrillo?
And so did
Sophia,
the
I
old
tell
one.
you.
Yeah, that's the old one. And then
Yeah.
she was the short one. And then Blanche was the slut. And
Hell,
Rose was the
Blanche
the
had
moron.
movie production equipment in her bedroom, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Gotta love the woman.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there we go. Hold on, I meant to do that today, so let's do that.
You meant to do what?
Econdis has got me. Hold on, hang on a second. Let's do that. Let's do that.
You didn't mean to do anything. You're lying. Because this is what happens when there's no script and we have no plan whatsoever.
There it is. Okay.
We do have stand-up corner from
That's how
Monday
I get
talk
my
about-
fitness workout in, right there.
Well, what are you doing? you know I can't see it. You're jogging in place in game.
Yes.
See, I would have to go to the bank and then collect the pouch and then realize that, am I going to keep it or am I going to
Am I
other
going
weird
to
things with it?
cash it in? That's right.
do other weird things. So while Laz is running in place, we do have stand-up corner. Don't forget stand-up corners where the devs say, hey, I worked on this yesterday and I'm working on this today. Something random's getting down and eventually gets posted to the interwebs and we get to interpret it.
The interwebs.
Yes. So this is Monday's stand-up corner because today is Taco Tuesday.
It is.
Tacos.
Taco and Tequila Tuesday.
I've got a pound of bacon in the fridge right now that I need to go throw in the oven.
Hey, make some
Bacon tacos?
bacon shell tacos. Make the bacon into shells and then stuff your taco
so you're
meat
saying
into
that
it.
I need to perform the lattice work and then from there turn around and after I got that lattice work all set up, then make it into like
That's it. That's the
shells?
only way
Yeah.
to do it if you're going to do it right. If you're telling me you got a
Bacon
pound of
fried
bacon
chicken
just sitting
tacos.
around, man, there you go.
it would be bacon fried bacon tacos.
Chocolate
extra
covered
cheese.
deep fried
And ranch
bacon.
dressing.
Yeah, no ranch dressing. Okay, so over in the art department, Bob the Builder
Death Bunny Bob.
working on the Lion's Head cave entrance.
New cave.
That's a completely new thing
Yeah,
for me. The
very nice.
Lion's Head cave entrance. I don't know where that is.
dirty.
Yeah. Damon is working on the Banish Undead update.
Nice.
And don't forget that conversation or from Chris's daily blog. Banish Undead is no longer going to be single target. It's going to be an AoE spell
You
of
know,
some
now
sort.
I was
So
actually
we don't know what it is.
thinking about that last night, and he said he was going to make it an AoE again. And of course, he went in to go. He didn't know how he was going to do that. And I just went to myself, AoE is AoE. It's an area of effect. If it's going to be a cone, it's a cone of frost. It's a cone of ice. It's a cone of fire. That's not an area of effect. Area of effect is a circular pattern that affects X amount of area. Yes or no? Anybody?
Centered on a caster, that's a specific type.
Thank you.
So-
Yeah, thank you very much.
That cone does have an area of effect.
But it would then be called a
Because
cone
any
effect. It wouldn't
area
be called an
is
area effect. If you really want to
That
get
is a
down to
type of
details.
area of-
Now,
Yeah.
the other option was the circle target that you have to toss around, kind of like the fireball. That is also an area of effect. There's multiple different types of area of effect.
I don't consider that. It's a targetable. I mean,
Hey,
an
if
area
you
of
even
effect
wanna
is
go
an
into it,
affected
then,
area around the caster. That is what the area of effect
You're
is.
looking for a point blank area of effect where
There
it's
you go.
on your person. That's what you're looking for.
That's the official name.
That
But
particular type is a
I
point
understand
blank
the
effect.
differences and the variations, how he's trying to allude to it. But if you want to get down to it, first off, the visual shows you what it was originally intended to be. So I would say stick to the original gun. Yeah, make it this small when you start, and the more you grow and the better your attunement, the wider the area gets. Just the way it was.
I wish they'd just start implementing and putting in auras, so you have an aura effect around you. That works as an area of effect, but it stays on.
Aura.
Well, the problem
Anyone
with
that
that
has
is the stacking that's been taking place, where you end up with just running around. Everybody's glittering with 157 different buffs.
That's why they took all that stuff out. There's only a handful of buffs now.
Don't exaggerate.
Yeah.
That have.
I think
Don't exaggerate, Jack.
what?
There's not that many bugs. Come on.
150,000 particles, though.
Yeah,
So.
there you go.
Didn't we diss the shiny thing yesterday with the vampire conversation?
I don't know.
And you want
Cut
shiny
down.
and glowy,
Cut
just
down.
put sparkling cycling dye on your clothes, and you can be as
Vampire.
shiny and sparkly as you ever wish to be in this game. You don't need buffs to obtain that.
I'm already as sparkly as I want to be.
Team Jacob, here we go again.
Moving right along.
Damon's also working on the eating visual effects.
Nom 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 nom.
Can
What's
I get
wrong
shit
with the
on my
turkey
shirt
leg?
now while I eat? A little
Well,
spaghetti, you know?
You know what? Since Gix did that animation for the eating the turkey leg, before that it was the eating a sandwich. Before that it was the performing fellatio on somebody.
The hand to the mouth motion.
Yeah.
Cunnilingus is my favorite.
So the eating visual effects, I don't know what he's going to do to that, but
Gonna do with the Robert Barone. We're gonna touch all the food to our chin before we put it in our mouth.
we're gonna rub it all around the face.
Okay.
We gotta do the airplane. You know, open up the hangar and fly the food in.
Gonna do the tune in Tokyo. I don't know.
Come in, Tokyo. Come in.
Okay, so Fletcher
Fletch lives.
working on heraldry equipment and the razor cloak.
Ooh.
Man, I've been waiting for that for 2.5 years.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and Bugs
Bug.
Sketchfab.
Sketchfab.
The Ugly Fist working on the bear equipment update and unique NPC updates.
Looking forward to those variants. Can't wait to see what they give us for the vendors.
Yeah, I'm going to say it again. They're going to let you have male. They're going to let you have female. They're going to let you put them in different clothes. But I want mine to be an elf. I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
Office Depot.
Well, I think we should have the option. Yeah, they know they have it, and I think we should also have a choice of an automaton. But yeah,
Yep.
I
agree.
I don't want to pay my guys to stand there all day. I want to just put a robot out who doesn't have to get paid. You know.
That's right. And then the almighty Gix Vargach, Matt, working on audio support.
Audios.
He did say that the other day he was helping Kat, the sound gal, working on some of the audio and recording stuff at her home studio.
Oh, very cool.
Blast.
And Wolf Idols. And harvesting support.
Now, did you see the blurb about the guy who's complaining about missing some notes?
No.
Oh, funny. Let's see. I'll see if I come back to this one later. We'll get a laugh out of that. But
Okay.
you're talking about audio. He just made me laugh, and you'll see why if we can get back around to it.
I'll forget in like 5 seconds.
I won't. Don't worry about it.
Reed was working
I got
on
it
the
queued.
New Britannia globe decoration.
Can't wait to see that one either.
Yeah.
There you
My
go.
legs-
Seder wants
my
a
legs-
Seder vendor.
My leg is falling asleep. Don't know why. Then over in design, Beezus.
The bees.
He's working on telethon and taming and heraldry. Seawolf.
Sea wolf.
Working on South Midmere Way and telethon and screenshot support. Damien. Not being a nice guy as he works on the telethon and release 51 tasks and book updates. Dan the man.
And the man Brennan.
Working on the telethon and puzzle planning and trapdoors and the South Fetid Swamp. Sanyo working on telethon and trapdoors. Lum the Mad.
The man.
Telethon and crafting tutorial and backer NPCs. Torture Steve. South Fetid Swamp and Telethon and puzzle planning. The Energy Vortex, List Rostov working on the Telethon and the Lost Veil.
Not the hidden
Over in-
veil. The lost
They've looked
veil.
for it behind the couch, in the sink.
And again,
It's-
once it's found, it will be known as the found veil.
That's until you realize that there is the forgetfulness potion that you have to drink in order to get back home, and then it's going to be lost again.
It's a
Lawyer
neuralizer.
Tech. Yeah. Bobby.
Little Bobby Thompson.
It's okay. I'm going to remember exactly where the Lost Veil is because I'm going to tattoo it on the top of my head and I'm going to grow my hair back out.
And it's on the dresser, for God's sake. Just go look.
Dr. Bobby?
Dr. Bobby.
Party loot rules. What's that about?
That's
Party
right.
loot rules.
I like the
Don't
sound of
forget.
that coming from a PhD. That makes sense.
Pretty soon.
We
you're
need a
gonna be able
PhD
the
to
party-
work on party loot rules. I like this.
That's right.
I don't know what that's about.
The party leader will specify how loot is distributed, whether or not it's round robin, random, which means if you're number 3 in the party, you get all the loot because the RNG is awesome.
It's need, not greed, man. Need,
Tree.
not greed.
Tree.
Need before greed.
Yeah.
Not that shit again.
And I will say, need versus greed systems are silly just because I need everything.
I was gonna say that
I just
doesn't
wanted
work.
to
I
take
need it
my
all.
alt.
Yeah, I need it all. Sorry,
Yeah.
that
I
doesn't
wanted
work.
to take every drop off every monster and round robin it around so that if the mob drops 5 items and there's 4 people in the party, the first 4 get 4 items, and then the first guy again gets the 5th item, and it just keeps track and goes around the party.
Well, at the same time, they would actually have to change the math to where the starting number is incremental as well. So that way, if the next time there's 5 items, the guy that was in position 2 is now position 1, so he
Right.
gets that second item.
Yes, and
Yes,
it would break up
absolutely.
everything. It would break up everything like corpse wax and multiple anything that's in the stack. Hey, you get 1 arrow and you get a thing and you get a really get in there and piss people off.
And really do the loot distribution.
That's right. Break everything down.
Can I just
by
say
stack,
I
but
want
by-
like the leech heads and the daemon talons, and you can keep all the other stuff. Just give me the good stuff.
See,
Can
that'd
I
be too
specify
kind.
that?
You can't. It'd be too kind.
Well, then I would classify everything as the good stuff, so that way I get it all.
Well, again, that's why I hunt
And
alone
literally
most
not get it in my
times.
trash can. Okay, so get inside the Diet Dr. Pepper box. That's going to be awesome. She's putting her head inside of it. Then Eric was working on vendor AI updates.
Making them smarter.
Yep. JY working on party damage synchronization and AI support in elevators.
Oh, what?
Wizard Smoke.
Damn synchronization.
Hold on. Working on heraldry and party loot rules and
There
band
you go.
support. The Deathbringer one and only. Working on knockdown and bugs.
Bug.
Burning Toad working
The
on
burn.
stack bugs
Bug.
and the tablet of finding. The Findora tablet might actually work.
Chindoro's tablet of finding is being worked on. Woohoo!
Finally, it's only been in the game for what, 3.5 years?
It's been there since day one.
Yeah, so yeah. I've had some for a very long time. Haven't done anything with it. The Rock,
The Rock. Corey.
working on the telethon and address verification bugs
Bug.
and heraldry. Tassilo working on telethon support and account architecture review. Over in studio services, Barrick's was working on forum moderation, community, and telethon. The Attenwood working on sanity test in telethon and Jira testing in forums. Chaos was working on the telethon and community direction, address verification testing and rewards. Serafina, she's working on the customer service.
Wonderful customer service.
In weekly update review and telethon and community, over in useless overhead,
The bird.
the Dippy Bird, working on telethon and skill mastery updates. Gorn working on trying to locate the red Speedo with the address verification direction and physical goods direction and metrics and general business. Wait, was that someone streaking the show?
Probably.
I caught it on film.
Econdis is running around with his bodice on, that's what it is.
I can see
He's showing off that smexy body there.
Yeah, matching panties.
He's too sexy to wear his pants. Hutch working on the rusty weapon rustification
Rustification.
and basement optimizations. Lord British was hanging out at the telethon and Jira updates and playtesting. Sasha working on the telethon and general business and metrics
Business.
and heraldry support. NFG Scott
NFG.
working on the business intelligence research and metrics. And the Dork Star working on the weekly update in scheduling and telethon and forums, questions, and heraldry. And that's what our devs said they were working on yesterday in their stand-up corner.
Yay.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's get to Chris's stuff.
Are you sure you want to get to Chris?
I don't know. Do you really want to?
Changes?
I know we held off on some stuff because Spiff won't be here today, so that we don't.
Yeah. But did you look at the length of today's post?
Oh, I did. I absolutely did. You know, we still had plenty of the yesterday's post to cover.
Yeah.
But,
It's like this is what we're going to be talking about today.
the man is on fire. So where are we picking up? Are we just going to skip?
Yes. Yesterday we mentioned that
Holy cow.
is going to be a huge change to fire. And that fire tree is the toughest for Chris because it's all about damage and damage over time, but he's reluctant to add even more DPS to it. And he's going to think on it, but this one might be a slow tree. I actually all the skills blank for this school on my notes. I don't understand what that sentence is supposed to say.
Sleep deprivation, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Better get some sleep before he does this
Well,
stuff.
that's what happens when you're making posts at 5:30 in the morning and then editing.
Considering, he posts this after he was done, so he said he was up at what 3:30.
Yeah, 3:13 it says.
Yeah. Well, he slept a little bit after the Super Bowl. I think it was he had to go do the Super Bowl, and that's why he woke up.
Oh boy.
Because if he followed that up with the way he started today's post, I think it might make sense. Whoa, hey Lily.
Well, let's get right on into that.
Well, are we going to do all the Shroud math?
Well, why not? I mean,
dude,
you're driving this portion of the bus, so I mean,
Well, we are still confused about what he means by some of his Shroud math. Because, like, Ignite Weapon increases the duration where it is double at 80. Now, so is that taking it from 1 minute to 2 minutes, or is it, and how is he figuring it? I mean, because that's what would be logical, but then at 100, would that be another double?
Doesn't say that.
I know.
Says it doubled at 80. That's simple enough.
But, I mean, what's the original time frame that it's starting with? And then how does a secondary skill, because like within, say, the fire tree, there is the, let's see, what skill is it? Never mind.
What are you
Never
looking
mind.
for?
The one that was supposed to increase the duration of fire spells.
Oh, that changed quite some time, didn't it?
Did they
That
get rid
was
of that? Did they get
highly
rid of it?
flammable. Used to do it. It was fire. Fire speed, I think, was changed, wasn't it?
Yeah, fire speed was changed, but highly flammable also used to increase the range of things.
Yes.
So
Highly flammable.
That-
does
that
too,
would have
Kevin.
increased
Over
it.
time
But
it's
because they
increased.
couldn't find a way to scale the fire
Yeah,
animation,
then people get to see that
called
I'm not very
5
high on
different
the fire tree.
animations, people.
Yeah.
Level 1 is one animation, level 2 is another animation, level 3 is... I don't know. I know, I'm not a programmer.
No idea. So Fireball, that should be one of the defining schools of the Fire School. It gets used a lot in like other AoE skills. It will see a focus increase, cooldown and decrease,
Okay.
and probably a reagent chance increase for release 51.
I don't know about you. How many of you guys in the fire tree use Fireball?
Agent increase. What the hell?
Well, my problem with Fireball has always been targeting.
Well, that's why we don't use Fireball.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see the metrics on how many people are actually using Fireball over Ring of Fire and Immolation and Fire Arrow, but I don't see Fireball being a top user here, personally. I mean, that's just me.
It's because they charge you after you shoot them. It's AoE, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
It's 2 It's AoE, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, and that and my issue with Fireball is like you've got that target area, and by the time you cast it and it launches the projectile, the mob has already moved out of
On
that
your
circle.
ass. You might as well cast it at your feet.
Yeah. And he's also planning to add a smallish chance for it to trigger a second explosion that does the initial explosion damage a second time and shakes the ground.
Okay.
I think that's kind of cool.
Have we not gotten the shaking the ground effect that equals bad for everybody like that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I
I
like
mean-
it. Do it some more. Do it again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's an AoE,
Yeah.
man. So what good is that when something charges
Yeah.
you?
Go for it, Gix. Yay.
Yeah,
You're
I
having
really
to
would
look
love
at
to
that.
turn those effects off because they really... Yeah, I can't even look at that, man. I really got to turn
Why not?
that off. Why? Because it fucks with my head. That's
Immolation is
why.
gonna increase the duration where it's double at 80. Ring of Fire, he's adding a damage distance or damage resistance debuff effect, which would decrease the damage resistance at 80 fire mastery. I think Ring of Fire is already overused enough that damage resistance debuff is kind of overkill.
Ring of Fire.
He just keeps shooting me.
Get nauseous.
Oh, he's shooting everybody.
No, really, please
really
stop
burns
that
my
shit.
ass.
I'm not joking you. It's really screwing my head.
Laz is getting sick. He's screwing with Laz's head again. It's already screwed up enough.
I don't know what you're looking at, Last, but
Yeah.
He's getting
I just minimized the screen so I don't have to look at it.
wow.
now on to Chaos. Real question is will Chris add the extra special skill
in the chaos tree called Control Demon.
Motherfucking, what? You say? Mother effing.
Yeah, because I don't think that's in game yet, or it doesn't have an icon. Confusion. He added an intelligence and dex debuff. Chance for debuff, 10 points each at 80 mastery. Juxtapose. Ready for some motherfucking chaos?
That's not what it says.
Mother effing chaos.
Sorry, that's what it says when we interpret the news, so
Yeah,
you don't have to. That's right.
Mother effing.
Motherfucking. And it's not mother, it's mother. Fucking.
Mudda.
Yeah.
Mudda.
Motherfucking.
Hello, Mata.
There you go.
For Chaos Mages, they will be able to cast Juxtapose as a standalone spell that will do things. First 4 effects, 40% chance it will move a large amount of health to focus. 40% chance it will move a large amount of focus to health.
Stingarius, man.
10% chance it will give you a Chaos Attunement bonus buff. 60 seconds for
20 points at 80
points
skill.
At 80
yeah.
skill. 10% chance it will give you a debuff to all magic resist 10 points at 80 skill. And more stuff to come, but you get the idea.
That's chaotic, man.
So, yeah,
And
I
mostly that's
never
just for fun.
understood that because, again, one of my biggest problems with the combat system is not having something when I want it. So not only would I not want a spell like this, I just couldn't figure the insanity. Why would I want a spell that has a chance of doing something I might or might not want?
Because it's the chaos.
It is the Chaos Tree.
I
In fact,
understand that.
I think that all of the Chaos Tree should have random chances to actually completely blackfire and blow you up.
Well, you know,
I
remember
agree.
talking about
get it
I
up.
used to run a free shard. Well, I tell you, one of the things that our programmers put in really to mess with people. You remember how people would just abuse gate spells in UO? Well, every time you cast gate in our universe, there was a chance for the gate to open and demons to spawn through the gate. That's the kind of chaos I like in spells. Okay, that I can see. But, yeah.
Yeah, I have no
can see
problems with that.
Casting Juxtapose, and it would randomly do any.
I
any
just wouldn't
possible
waste my
spell in
time
game.
putting points into something like that. I mean, to me, it
you're
just.
not alone.
yeah.
You ain't alone. Obviously.
You know what? Because Chaos is supposed to, it was supposed to be the most powerful school, but at the same time, it was supposed to have much more negative consequences, which means that occasionally you just shoot yourself.
You know, I do that enough to begin with. I don't need chaos spells working against me, man.
You gotta balance the thing out somehow, man.
Yeah, Juxtapose probably be the only one.
Again, I could not see. Then again, it's a personal opinion. I just couldn't see
Well,
putting points
you
into
also have to
something
remember
like that.
the way buffs are done right now, it's really easy to just keep on casting Juxtapose until you get the what you want. Unless
Yeah,
it's gonna change
Gix.
to
No, who's that?
or Juxtapose.
Xandor said that.
That's
Yeah,
about that.
that's easier said than done. You got to understand you're talking to a guy who can target with the mouse and do WSAD. Getting the combos 90% of the time, I'm shit out of luck. So don't even tell me about comboing. That's for those dexterous dex monkeys out there who can hit 15 keys in 5 seconds without looking. Not me.
It's the letter R and then 2 numbers
Well, and actually,
really quickly.
that never worked on my keyboard, so
Laz is getting too old to play
Yeah.
video games, people.
I know.
I'm sorry. You know,
Memory
back when I
things.
grew up, we had a joystick with one button. One.
And that
4
was hard.
directions and a button. That was it.
Chaotic Clone still completely useless because it's completely useless. But now he's going to add a 15-second stealth effect that allows movement. Chaotic Clone is completely useless. Unless your clone actually starts casting and has a similar amount of...
Unless your clone becomes autonomous, it can move on its own. Yeah.
Clone's got 15 hit points. Come on.
But
and
again...
the clone should occasionally randomly attack you as well. I really
like that idea.
Yeah. And then time to get the little monkey ready for daycare. He'll do stuff at the office. Tabula Rasa is still going to a negative draw speed modifier, 25% reduction at 80 Chaos Mastery. Chaotic Step increases the minimum distance it will travel. Chaotic Feedback reduces all negative effects slightly. Then for Taming, he has decided that Taming sucks. And that if you...
Wonder how it got that way. Wonder how it got that way, Chris.
This is the message that Chris has for tamers.
Suck it, tamers.
Suck it, tamers.
Oh.
Yeah. So he did test out some damage on taming. So he pulled out an obsidian bear with 10 summoning skill, 100 all others. It was doing 11 to 17 damage per hit. 40 summoning skill, it was doing, and 100 all others, 16 to 24 damage. 100 summoning skill, 100 all others, level 90. It was doing 18 to 27. Level 90.
How much mana did he have? Like a 2? Oh, we didn't test that part, huh?
He lowered combat training to 1, level 77 bear, 95 strength, 15 to 24 damage. Combat training to 4. See, I don't get... Then he
lowered his skills while he was testing to tell us what the damage was doing while he was working the skills. So he lowered his combat training to 1, and result was 15 to 24.
At the same time, it's like in the taming tree, I have 0 taming.
So so this means absolutely nothing to you.
Yeah, it means absolutely nothing to me because I have 0 taming.
I've got 584 points in taming. I got a lot of taming, so.
I just don't think that the pets are worth it at the moment. I think everything is...
I don't know.
You're focused down. You can't. Can't even heal yourself once.
There has to be the balance, or else it's kind of like UO, where everybody was running around as a tamer with dragons, because that was so OP and could wipe out anything and everything.
I'll put my security spider up against most things any day.
I've seen your security spider run around and just get in your way more frequently than anything else.
He said, suck it, tamers. I actually went and tried, and all I've got to show for it is a restraining order. I'm just saying.
Yeah. He lost a hour to a code bug because the skill table doesn't properly read stats unless you have the correct number of spaces after it, and it doesn't give any warnings. Boo. So he had to fix that. And all skills at GM Obsidian Bear has 406 HP. Now working through various creatures to see what tier he can solo. My goal will probably be to make it so mastery of 80, he can kill something 3 tiers higher. Lies bear health is 523.
So that's really bad nerf. Can anybody see how many hit points my spider has?
Who cares?
581.
Yeah, thank you.
Or 300.
Let's see. Do I have an obsidian bear?
381 for your spider.
Yep, 380.
Security spider.
It should just say NBNN gets in your way for everything.
Right? Try to heal your buddy, and
Yeah.
the spider takes the heal.
And the base bear can take a tier 6 skeleton melee, but not by much. A tier 8 skeleton kills him while only losing a third of his health. And the target set, the bear should be able to beat a tier 8 skeleton with a third of his life left. Now, is that a tier 8 archer or mage? Or is it
Yeah,
just a-
well,
Green.
as I'd like him to go out to like some of the areas we go out to where those green archers that are supposed to be easy
Yeah.
kick the living daylights out of us, and see what tier those green archers actually are and how that's done. I think
You're just not
Yeah,
going to
we have
have
no idea.
a one-on-one
Totally.
fight and the bear barely make it out of there. That's still useless. You need a bear to be able to take on a group of archers and walk out with like at least 50% health. You know what I'm saying?
well, see, if you do it right, most people.
About focus. Where's the focus?
First
stat?
off,
If you take-
most
if
people
you take
forget
your,
their healing
to
skills
heal one.
for their pets, okay? I can stand off and let my pet take on 3 of those obsidian bears, and if I'm healing them and throwing Ring of Fire and Meteor Shower at it, I can pretty much stand off and let that do it as long as I'm healing it, and it'll take them down. I'll let it die. As long as it takes them down so I can go in for the kill, that's fine. Then I res the fucker and I move on, man. What's so hard?
This is
Oh, you
the
gotta be
only.
Grandmaster in Resi now, I think, don't you?
No.
That's one thing.
It has its own res spell.
Is apparently there was a change recently where you actually have to be in line of sight of your pet. I don't know who decided to make this change, but I wish they would go back because they had done that before and everybody complained, and then they made it as long as you were in the scene you could res your pet, and now we're back to you have to be in line of sight. So I really wish somebody would make up their minds on which one it's going to be.
Bug reported?
You know?
I have to say that and I never say anything good about this video game, not this one, one I'm about to talk about, but I do want to say that the one thing that I did like about World of Warcraft was their pets, and that, you know, like you take your bear and you've got growl and you've got, you know, swipe, and you've got these other powers that you can have activated or not activated. It's much clearer, much more, it's a clear way of going in and giving pets different abilities and training them up in different ways and allowing, you know, so that way not every bear is exactly the same, and it just works better. Like they're strong, and we just don't have those kind of options.
Focus, for God's sakes. Come on.
Hey, well, I will say this, because it's really time for us to move along, but I'm going to finish off the taming stuff. Heal will now actually remove negative effects, so it will remove all your debuffs off your monster. The resurrect, you need a bug report your res problem, and he's improving it with
Again,
reduced
I
focus
don't
and
know that
reagent
it's
use.
a problem. Nobody's mentioned anything. I haven't seen
Up
anybody
next.
complain about it.
Bug report it. If you haven't seen anybody else complain, bug report it.
You understand, if they're not complaining, I don't consider it a bug. It went from one to another, and now it's back again. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's anything broken with it. I'm just saying they changed the system again. I'm not saying it's a bug. Now, if it's a bug, maybe Matt or Les can tell me that's a bug, and then I'll report it. But until I hear them guys, and I hadn't seen nothing from the peanut gallery saying, oh, well, that was an oversight. You should report that.
So, yeah. So report it. I'm telling you to report it.
You report it.
Tomorrow, tactics. I don't tame shit, and I don't have a security spider that gets in my way. Okay, so that
Sure you do. My security
That
spider.
is. Nope.
He gets
your
in
time.
everybody's way, not just my way.
Oh.
You know that.
Everybody's way. That is absolutely true.
Now, of course, one last note. We told you about Darkstar making the post about no POTs access for people. Well, he made an amendment to that post today, and the amendment to that post says, bye-bye altogether. You're not going to see any POTs in offline mode, period.
You know what? I'm fine with that. It's offline mode.
Well, I was hoping that my town would show up, and it would be,
You know what? I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Really?
just me.
When's the last time you logged into offline mode?
I don't know, about a month and a half ago.
Why?
Just check it out. See what it's like.
I haven't logged into offline mode in over a year.
Yeah, it's just one of them
It
things.
was the easy way to. It was the only. It was the only way to test out the QA server after they did a patch, but before making it.
Yeah, I think
active
that
for
was
logins.
it. That might have
was the
been
only
it.
time. Yeah.
Is we were
that was
checking
over a
out
year
some
ago.
other stuff and seeing what. Yeah, okay, it's been a
What
couple
changes
months.
they had because there was QA server patches, but you couldn't log in, so just go.
That's
Okay.
right. Anyway, time to tell you good folks about the NBNN Shroud Avatar app available out there in the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store for your electronic devices. If you want to take Shroud Avatar with you on the go or while you're going, you can check out the forums, you can shop the marketplace, you can come on into Discord, except we prefer you not to do that while you're going. You can read the NBNN Daily Britannia, check out the map, hit us up on social media. Of course, all sorts of great stuff. Listen in on the radio, join us in Discord, I think I already said that. Or check out the NBNN Shroud Avatar community calendar hosted on nbnn.info.
Yep. That community calendar is an aggregate of all of the available Google calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar, and I was actually looking at the stuff that people put on Shroud Market, including
You like that
the
stuff?
NBNN community. Well, yeah, because someone posted a full set of artisan tools, and I was reading up about it. Or it appears to be a full set. I just have a question about it. If you want to add events to the Shroud community calendar, you need to message that guy news@nbnn.info. He'll do something with it eventually and get it posted on the calendar. If
I
you
will.
ask him about it, hey lads, would you please do this for me?
That's
Or
right.
please
You
give
got
me
an
access
event,
to it.
you just let me know and send me the relevant info. We'll get it posted if you don't have your own calendar.
But you have to say, would you please post this on the Shroud community calendar? Otherwise, it's just, hey, this is an event that we'd like you to talk about, and then I'll forget about it. All times on the community calendar, Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Nude Britannia time.
Yes. All times are Central Time. But Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock, you can always listen to Radio Free Britannia and those two idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to. A little show called Lunch
With us.
with us.
That's right.
At 2 p.m. this afternoon, you can always join Sean Silverfoot for the PAX Layer Town Manager Hour and learn about
Hi,
anything
Sean.
and everything related to PAX Layer, because you know what? They do great things over at PAX Layer.
Just celebrated
kinds of
their
stuff.
20-year anniversary.
Yes, they did. And I did not attend their dinner with Lord British Darkstar, YOLO, and a few others. Dennis Lubay was there as well.
Oh, interesting. And on
yeah,
a
that
note
was
for those of
last
you
Thursday.
folks, YOLO Fitzsowen is wandering the
Yes.
streets of Britannia, and if you find them, you should go check it out, hit him up, find them, say hello, show him a little bit around the world, because he is out there.
Man, I heard a song request for what YOLO's best song ever.
You mean
and since
your
no one else is-
favorite song, and you don't know that that's his best song ever. He may have stuff that's unpublished that you've never even heard of, so let's not even go there.
Ever. Best song ever. Then 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock, you can always join Wintermute off Cough on the Overworld map outside of Owl's Head for the
Euro
EVO Euro Dungeon Crawl. At 5 p.m. on Avatar's Radio, they're going country.
Going
At 7
country.
o'clock, there's the EVL Thunder Dungeon Run, and that's going to be with James Thunder. So you do need to message him for details and location, and that's going to be open to everybody. At 7 o'clock is also a dungeon run of Chilblain's Compendium of Pain and Suffering.
Pain and Suffering.
That is the challenge dungeon, and that is done by Malhari of the Jade Dragons, and that's going to meet in Braemar.
I see Lily's loving you today.
Yeah,
She says, I ain't having none of that.
Green screen. Green screen. Everybody gets to look at my bed. Did I make my bed today? The answer is
You never make your bed.
Yeah, I do. Occasionally. Then after that, we do have other weird things. Like the 70s at 7 on Radio Free Britannia. At 8 o'clock, Justin's taking over the airwaves on Radio Free Britannia for Unmedicated Schizophrenia, Part 2.
Yeah.
And 10 o'clock, we have DJ Squirrel doing Adult Swim on Avatar's Radio. And the final event of the evening is on Radio Free Britannia, and that is The Record Room. And that's our community calendar for this Taco Tuesday, February 6th. And Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar. That's right. And of course, don't forget, we want to thank all of you who watch and join in and help support us here on NBNN. You are watching Lunch or listening to Lunch with Jack and I here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Cynesist or twitch.tv/NBNN News, and replays on YouTube or on the air. Of course, we thank you for being a loyal listener, supporter, and joining us. Don't forget, you can come in 5 days a week and hang out with us, talk about what's going on, comment, or just listen on in. Everybody's welcome to join us here daily. Of course, again, Airy Fun T-shirt sweepstakes with the Merits app. The Airy Fun, Shroud of the Avatar, and the Merits app are getting together to support the Children's Miracle Hospital Networks. For the Austin Marathon this upcoming, 2 weeks from now? And the drawing for this
18th
is going to be this Friday for these shirts. You can get one of 5 competition shirts by buying your raffle tickets through the Merits app. And, of course, all this goes to support the Children's Miracle Hospital Networks. Don't forget the Airy Fun Live this Friday at 8 Central, 9 Eastern here on Airy Fun TV. Coilmore Wands, putting the magic in your hands. Arius Coilmore has been making it hard for many, many ages here in Shroud of the Avatar. And if you want it in your hands, go to Coilmore Wands and he'll get you all hooked up. Scrota's Music Service. It's Scrota, it's music, and it's a service. Scrota will follow you around for an hour for a small fee. Contact him in-game. The Britannia Mining Company wants you to come check out newly renovated Black Rock Cove. Located in the Quell region next to the town of Exeter, near the Exeter and Elysium mines, to get your mining Jones on. RelicsByRiddle.com for all your licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag. And if you want to save a little money when you check out at RelicsByRiddle.com, mention us and use the promo code NBNN when you check out. You'll save 10% off your purchase. WRFB bringing you the latest in news and entertainment throughout the week right here inside New Britannia. And of course, ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs and all sorts of great goodies happening outside of Shroud of the Avatar. And Jack,
You know what?
has got to tell you a little bit about the marketplace.
People saw me checking out Shroud Marketplace earlier while I was supposed to be looking at something else. Because you know what? There are over 95 different player vendors. I think it's 96, 97, somewhere in there. Actual players that have registered as vendors to sell their stuff on Shroud Marketplace. And so if you want to buy it, you need to register for an account.
Some pretty cool new stuff up there in the marketplace.
Oh, absolutely. Because you know what? That indestructible tool set that was just added for $50. I mean, that's 11
11 different tools for $50.
11 different
Who's
tools,
selling that?
Indestructible. That is being sold by that guy.
Who's selling that? I don't know. Who's selling that? This guy.
I don't know, but that guy is selling that. 11 tools, $50. Great
Dirt
deal.
cheap.
Oh,
They usually sell for $7 to $8 a piece on the open market. This is 11 tools for
Yeah,
$50. You do the
Ah,
math.
that's a good deal, man.
I'm
yeah,
cleaning
I
out.
sold those for $13 each. So
They've been
what?
sitting in a box doing nothing. I got some bag stuff, but those were the open ones I had. I've got
Those are
2
all
characters.
unbagged, so
Yeah.
yes.
No, they're all back. They're all unbagged. Yes, that's why there is
Yeah,
an
all
actual
unbagged,
list
yeah.
of the tools available.
Yes.
What about
But
your
you know what? Great things on Shroud Marketplace. Anything and everything from accounts to game gold. Because you know what? I'm selling some game gold right now.
That's right.
am-
$20 pop,
I am-
100 grand.
Something like that. Something like that. I mean, great place to find Crowns of the Obsidian. Great place to find teleports and recall scrolls.
That's right.
Because unless someone changed their price, since you just did add a bunch of things to Shroud
On
Marketplace.
sale in my store.
Oh, wait, let's scroll down. Oh, dirty bastard. Dirty bastard.
On sale
Oh,
this
man.
week only. $4.48 for
For
100.
100 scrolls, whereas I'm still selling them for $4.49. So you know what? They're gonna stay at $4.49.
This week
Plus,
only.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Also
Yeah, so
got a couple
teleports and
other
recall
things
scrolls,
on sale.
Crafting materials, and cotton, mandrake, iron ore, anything and everything. I keep on seeing gold ingots go up, and they're gone in an hour or two.
Really?
You can, yeah, absolutely.
I got a whole
you
bunch
can
of those
see
floating around.
Indoor decorations, which includes, you know what, Deco Divas room decoration packs. You can find that from the Deco Divas shop. $7 or $12. You can get a fancy pack or a regular pack, and it's just it's
Room
all
in a
back.
box. That's right.
Room in a box, all the way to services. Anything and everything can be bought or sold on Shroud Marketplace. But I just looked at the time, and it is time for us to get out of here.
That's right. We got to get out of here. We got to wrap things up. But of course, again,
Yeah.
I got a few more things on sale out there on the marketplace. If you're in the market, I've dropped some prices as well and added a whole bunch of stuff,
yeah.
folks. So, of course, don't forget
Anything and
shroudmarketplace.com.
Yeah, register
Cheapest
for an account. If you
teleport
wanna
and
sell your
recall
stuff,
scrolls on the site.
for now. If you want to
That's
start
right.
selling your stuff, you do need to register for an account and then click on vendor registration. You can start adding your stuff.
That's
But
right.
it is time for us to actually thank the most important people around here, and that's you guys. Thank you for
We
watching.
love you guys.
Especially thank you that donated. We couldn't do the show without you guys, and we do it for you. So thank you for hanging out
That's right.
with us an hour a day.
We love you all, and of course, thanks for joining us here on WRFB Radio Free Britannia, watching NBNN. We'll be back with more tomorrow. Till then, I'm Laz,
I'm Jack.
and we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. We are